Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is The Rise of a Nation, it is episode 68. And not like I promised where today's episode was going to be the Besiktas game, this game in the context of the season for ourselves in the league is so damn important. Episode 69 will be the Besiktas game doubleheader. It is 2 games uninterrupted as well. But just because of how the fixtures have kind of lined up and who we're playing around, and obviously 22 games in is the end of the season of like the regular season, we could be minor premiers. I thought if there's ever a time to go really close of an episode and then not even 2 games later another episode, this is probably the time. In terms of the window, you're expecting players to leave. I did not receive a bid for Yepi or Zahora, and they had major interest. In the end, only STVV are interested, and Yepi now only have interest now from a Chinese club. But Yepi had interest from Celtic, Yepi had interest from all over the shop. Not one team made a bid. What I did do, instead of what I've done in previous years, I've actually put an asking price of their release fee minus 250k, right? And not a team sniffed, which was good. I think if you don't do that, teams will just come in and start offering like 3-4 million. And then when you start rejecting in that, then because they've already bid, will start getting a bidding war and then hit the release fee, like what happened with Hukic, right? And what happened with Zahora last year, but he said no to the clubs. Since then as well, we have been interesting in pre-season, but there's also another backstory to today's episode as well, and that is the fact the amount of players that we still have away on international duty, because it's currently African Cup of Nations and Asian Cup at the moment. Australia in the final. Neff has been going bunter for Australia. He just scored 2 goals in the semi-final. We're going to recap that one in a second. And Neil Jenkinson's gone away as well, one of our backups who probably would have had a moment here in today's episode. He's been playing for Australia too. Graham Arnold, by the way, has been saying that they've not been good enough. Every time I said, yeah, they should be selected. Yeah, he selected for the Asian Cup and Neff got him home against Syria. So, yeah. Anyhow, we also have Bubba Fernandez away. So our team is not 100%, and we haven't been 100% at a team at all during the friendlies. We lost to Hoffenheim in a game. We absolutely pumped Hoffenheim in. Before you get too excited, you pumped Hoffenheim. We should have won that game by a mile. 19 shots, 13, did not miss. Big correlation. If you're not training chance conversion and you're missing chance of getting FM, go train chance conversion. Because as soon as we switched to training chance conversion throughout the middle of last season, we scored goals. Pre-season, I was like, I don't really care. And I was like, no, that's going to annoy me. I went back to chance conversion and scored 4 against Midtjylland in the next game. And we failed to not score more than 2 goals in the next couple of games. Midtjylland 4-4, threw it away, rotated the side, 4-1 up. You can see the 3 goals from the 73rd after we rotated to the 90th. And they should have scored in the 90th too. Had a goal disallowed offside. Scored 7 goals here. And then against Saunders, because we're using chance conversion, game that was quite a bit more even, 13 shots, 9. But we scored 3 goals. Because, everything's going on. Anyway, we had Zahora out and fit, had everybody on international duty. Oscar just came back for this game here from international duty. Oscar, by the way, in the African Cup of Nations, tore it to shreds. And you look how good he's developing. 7 shots, 7 games for South Africa. He wasn't capped before he came to me as well. He's only been capped this year, 4 goals. Unbelievable. Really rate him. He's been really good. And, if we can get a bit more goal return in the league from him, great. But at the moment, continentally, in the cup, he's been really, really, really good as well. But yeah, is it this game then the Besiktas? It's this game, Copenhagen in the, by the way, quarterfinal draw. Just got the hardest one around. Couldn't get one of the other teams, but no, we got the hardest one around. Does mean if I'll get through that tie with the amount of people that are going to miss the first leg and whatever, we probably should win the whole thing. But yeah, that's another story. And that's what leads me into this game, is that I've got this big game here against AAB. I then have to play full strength against Copenhagen. Something's got to give. I have to win this game so I can throw a game away being 3 points clear against Saunders, because 4 days later I've got to play Besiktas. Everyone's coming out for international duty on the Asian Cup and African Cup of Nations. It's crazy. You'll have a look at the African Cup of Nations as well, right? Defending teams in Nigeria. He was in this list. He's now not. Oscar. But, people have been playing quite well. Oscar Sandu, 2 yellow cards. Of course, he's on that list. But he's been playing really well throughout everybody as well. And as you can see, Guinea made the semi-final, lost, and third place player Bubba's playing. But more importantly, we go to the Asian Cup, right? An Asian Cup, Asian National Cup. Right, yeah. Australia plays South Korea in a very, very... It's got to be a good game because South Korea have a lot of good regions. But if you go to the semi-final, right, just a highlight, by the way, Australia, scoring a lot of goals. UG Neff should be on one of these lists. He's not. His average rating is nuts at the moment. If we go to the semi-final against Australia, Mr. UG Neff, right, as an inverted wing on the left-hand side, going ballistic. Let's just have a look at it. He did score a pen, right? And there was an own goal in this, right? But unreal game from the youngster. And it's nice to see people going out there and doing a job. Jenkins didn't come off the bench in this game here as either, right? But, Jenkins has been coming in and around. All these games are being played on the 6th. And hence why I'm also here. We're going to find out if Guinea finished third, and we're going to find out today if Australia beat South Korea. I'm pretty sure. And if it's not, good finish by Neff as well. And we've seen it from Neff coming, up the field as well. And he has taken a couple of penalties for me this year when Yepi hasn't played. So it's nice to see Neff do well. But I think that final is on the 7th. So what I'm going to do is actually going to do this episode, and then on the 7th we'll see if Neff wins the Asian Cup of Nations and Jenkins does too. Yeah, obviously African Cup of Nations has gone on. Hoping Guinea will win today as well. And yeah, in terms of our team though, Zahora has not been fit, has not played a minute in mid-season because he did an injury in training. Important to note, Finley Armstrong is joining Sheffield Wednesday. And lucky last though, our new signing Orbres has joined. Perfect, unreal. He's finally here. The saviour's here. The God's here. He's going to come in and he's going to be so good. Only problem is he's currently in the Colombian under-20s trying to qualify for the under-20... what do they call it? Copa Superamericana? No, that sounds like the league one. It's going to frustrate me if I don't remember it now. What's it called? There we go. 7 under-20 championship final stage. No, what's the actual name of it? What is the actual name of it? They would have had their tournament 2 years ago. World Cup qualies? No. Copa America? Yeah, Copa America. I think it's the under-20s Copa America. There we go. But yeah, so we haven't even seen any of him. So we've been rattled by... not suspended by injuries and of course internationals. And then you got can you go to the fixtures tab for 10 seconds name? Of course, Ali, have a look. There we are. As I talk here, we've got AAB, Copenhagen Saunders, then the Besiktas game back to back, Ali. So be there within the next hour, not even. We of course live on screen because of everything that's going on, players out, all this stuff. This AAB so good, important. We've been kind of disjointed here, mid-season break, hasn't been great. Ep68's not been playing great. It's just been a lot been going on, and everything's been sidetracking us. There's been people on international duty. Everything's kind of rattled us, and then we've come in here on the February the 6th, which just happens to be my mum's birthday, so shout out to my mum. She'd be an older lady come 2027. Hopefully she's still around by then, which she should be. It's only 5 years. 7 years. We should be, this is a difficult game away from home. This will sum up our season in the league. If we go out here, get a performance and win, right, or at least get a point, for me, that's a marker for this season that the league this year, we really are there to fight for the title. Go and lose this game, I'm just going to say that, maybe we still don't have the depth, or maybe, things when they're not 100% don't go our way, or if we cop injuries in the promotion league, or in the championship league after the 22 games are played, we're not going to be there about. Thing is, though, when we are at our best, we're good enough. Today, we have to be good enough. So that's why we're bringing in this game. Right? Normally, I would go straight to the Besiktas game, but this game is just too important. Obviously losing before then we played OB in the last game of the season, which we did win, obviously, as well. I probably should recap that because you haven't seen. We also won the cup game 7-0. OB we won 3-0. It was really easy. But yeah, we just need to go out there and just be good, right? It is what it is. Let's just get into this because I want to really get into the Besiktas games as well. But that'll be next episode. Must have clicked the wrong button somewhere while we're doing that. But yeah, here we go. Is that as in the actual one? Yeah, the one from England. Beautiful. But yeah, be interesting to see. They're going to line up in the 4-2-3-1. We know how good they can be. Lucas Andreas, as much as he's getting older, is still unbelievable at this level. Right? We know how good he's in. We know how good Kamal is in the middle of the park. He always picks a good pass against us. He's playing in the middle, but usually comes and plays in the middle. I think AAB are third as well in the league. If we go have a look quickly as well. By the way, that's their keeper playing in goals, which is really good. But yeah, AAB are third in the league, 4 points behind us. So you just see how tight it is between Copenhagen, who are playing after us today, and everybody else here are playing tomorrow. So be interesting. Anyway, yeah, P's take everything in his stride, hopefully. The extra pressure does not come in it to me. A bit more passion from the head coach. Mate, don't care. Just get out of my face. I'm trying to get into this game. Don't even know what he asked the question before. Anyway, it's them in the red, it's us in the black. Score prediction. I'm predicting that we need to... Oh, look, they've got a highlight early, so I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. Just going to let this game sit. If we do score, though, that would be nice, as Hoj wins the ball again in the middle of the park. Oscar, tackle, Oscar, back from international duty, 1-0. I was literally going to say, I feel like we need to score early first, and we'll be okay. Oscar goes bang. I literally just said, I want Oscar to score more goals in the league. Bang. And I'm also telling you right now, if Zahora left, Oscar would be the main man up top. I would not have gone into the market for another striker. Neil Jenkins would have been the backup. Done. Wow, great start 4 minutes in. That's a nice settler. Oscar scores, Ali's favourite player. He said, when we all saw him in the chat, like 3 or 4 nights ago when we streamed the transfer window, we saw Oscar for 500k. We were just like, yeah, he needs to come in. Anyway, Anderson knows how to whip a ball in. Flick towards the back stick. Headed away though. Kenny, on the break we go. Oscar, get high. Bum the jar on one side. And we have got a couple of lads on the other. Oscar gets it though. He's by himself. Goes for goal. What a finish. He's already got 2 inside 15. And there we go. I've literally said all I want to see is Oscar start scoring more goals in the league whenever he starts. And here you go. He's already got 2. Oscar's a machine. He wears a magic hat. We know how this goes. Anyway, Oscar Sandu bangs it in. And that is 2 from the South African. He's been turning quite deadly. Ali is loving it in the chat. Gotta love it. We're 2-0 up here against AAB, which is really good to see. I was just kind of expecting this not to go this well. And to be quite fair, it's still a long way to go in this game. But Hodgman's are back. Yeppy now on the ball. There's no way we make it 3-0 right now. Yeppy, he's got numbers in front of him. Good ball to Ottar. Good overlapping run. He's got numbers in the box, boys. Get it in there, son. Cuts it. Kenny just over the bar. Oscar makes Zahora keep his spot. Oh, yeah, Zahora's been playing really well, though. Zahora, by the way, you got to remember, Zahora's been scoring goals off the bench in the league. Zahora's averaging a goal every 70 minutes in the league at the moment. And the games he hasn't scored in, he's been coming off the bench 75th, 80th minute because Oscar's been starting. It's been really good. Anyway, Hodgman's the ball back, but poor pass out. Good battle to Bagger. Bagger now. Good ball in. Flicks off Finley Armstrong and free Mpegesi. And that's what I mean. There's just too much time in this game. We have a habit of conceding. And we've conceded here, given away back into it. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. By the way, is he still playing as a wing back? That's my fault. He really should be on that. My fault. Bad management. I forgot. I just automatically just thought we're playing wing back. But obviously, yeah. I blame the gaffer. Blame myself too. He should never have been on an inverted wing back. In the end, though, just too easy. Give the ball away, and Finley really should close him down anyway a bit better. Anyway, good ball. Kenny! Oh, that would have been nice. Just get back to the 2-goal lead. 2-0 up, shut up shop. Nah, mate. Never shut up shop 2-0 up. They've had 1 shot on target and gone in. That's kind of how the mid-season break was going too. If they make it 2-2 here, I'm going to be livid. Bagger. It's all going to come down Finley's side as well because he's nowhere near as good as anyone else. Finley really has declined or not become good enough and never developed. So, oh, what a ball. Luckily, it went a bit longer. Anyway, we win it. Yeppy, Kenny can turn. You got time. Yeppy, got numbers inside on the other side. Instead, he goes and runs, and Yeppy, beating a couple. Good ball, Dolcek, quick. Oscar, box. Oscar, box. Oscar, box. Good from Dolcek. Good tackle there. Cleared away. He really needs to swing that. Should be our ball here to recycle, and Otter does well. Marquez, fine feet. Otter's still there. Good. Face forward. Good lad. Bum the jar. Knocks it inside Kenny. Bum the jar should go. In the end, good run from Yeppy into the space. Can cut this one, Yep. Puts it back. Bum the jar. Early ball. Oscar block. Falls to Dolcek. It's deflected and in. And that is offside, apparently. Really? Was it? Must have been. Oscar should just score. Yeah, he is just. Good refereeing. See what I mean, though? We've had 10 shots 5. They had 2 shots 1. We haven't put the game to bed. They've had 1 shot on target and it's gone in. It's not good enough. Tony, you had time, but in the end, good header. Anyway, Kenny. Bum the just feet. Finds him. Run at your man. Got numbers inside. Or beat him. Still going Bubs. Goes for goal. In the end, it's a good save for Danborg. Need to test this keeper too. He's a young keeper. Not particularly good. Otter now. Oh, this space here. Look at Bum the Jar making that run. In the end, he's looked for Oscar Sandu. That is not the ball, man. Just allow him to get on the ball. Here we go. Sawar's quick. Sawar's away. Mpegesi saved me. What a tackle from Otter. What a recovery run and tackle from Otter. Wow.
That means she needs a napping.
Not a problem. 45 minutes played. Heading towards halftime, boys.
And not when you finish.
And it's 2-1, and there we go. Can we start the second half? Yes, we can. Playing well, but it's just not game over, and this is a game we must win. This is a must-win game for me. When you're playing this well, away from home, and there we are. We have to win. In terms of me making changes, I'm not making changes until I'm really looking to time waste. Anyway, time is ticking here. It's still going. 70 minutes played. There's a man that I'm going to bring on. And there's a man that is going to come on here big time. Do that. Oscar come in as the inside forward on attack. And Zahora's going to come in up top. And they're going to buzz around each other. And we're just going to go on the break and find a third, I reckon. Is what's going to happen here. Thank God looks dead. He's also on a booking. We're going to get Thank God out there because he's got 15 tackling even though he's one of the kids. This game's now going to bug out because I've made it press to do a change. And we're trying to do this. Someone's coming off. See, Thank God's just coming into position. There we are. Here we go. Armstrong. Throws. Oscar Sandu beats one. Big chance. Oscar, the killer hat-trick hero. See what I mean? Inside forward. Getting coming in from the left. That's a hat-trick for him. Should be game over. Might not be game over. We'll find out if it is going to be game over. But yeah, there we go. Good throw from Finley Armstrong. Oscar does the job. And it's a hat-trick. He won't miss from there. And there we go. Zahora nearly ran in the way. 18 shots, 10. Should maybe go a little bit more defensive here, but if we score from this highlight, it doesn't really matter anyway. Thank God gets on it, can turn. Good ball in the bum the jar, can run at his man. Love that Otter didn't go too deep there too, because he knows. Back into Thank God, good ball, bum the jar, cuts at Hoge, game over. He doesn't miss Joe Hoge from there. It's now 4-1, and it's all she wrote. So now it's about time to make some changes. Cameron Roberts can go in the year as well. And Andreas for bum the jar last gasp as well, and done. Yeppy maybe should have come off here, but oh well. We want 5 is what everyone's saying. Hey, I wouldn't mind 5 too. 90 minutes played, 4 minutes to go. We're going to get home and hose. And in a massive game in the league, we have really shown that even with a bit of a disrupted mid-season, coming back break, with everyone on international duties, Oscar one of them and everybody else, we come out and gone bang. Oscar rightly so gets man of the match, obviously for his hat-trick. Joe Hoge, what a hit. He just scores as well, the Man City reject. And unreal. That we, by the way, have now qualified for the top 6. So no matter what, the board's got to be happy with us. But we are here really now in a title fight. And it could be massively important if Copenhagen drop points themselves right now. And yeah. Besiktas, we are coming for you. Oscar is absolutely magnificent. What a goal. Great goal from Oscar. Obviously, Midtjylland have to play catch-up. AAB obviously have dropped points. Copenhagen can jump him as well. Or Copenhagen drew 0-0 to OB at the same time. Wow. Even bigger for us to win this game. Midtjylland have to win, right, tomorrow. We're going to stick with it because this is massive for me. Because if Midtjylland don't win, I'm telling you right now against Thunders, I'm probably going to rotate at least 10 positions, right? Probably 10 positions. We're going to rotate. And then, yeah, because if we do that, we're going to be fit and fresh for the Besiktas game. We've all been surprised by how good it is. I'm absolutely pleased with that. He'll score many goals at this level. And he's going to give Boyadu a run for his money. Yes, he would. Look, not as good as De Bruyne, but sure. They have fantastic players in every area. I literally have said that I needed him to score more goals, and he's come out and scored a hat-trick. Brilliant. This guy's okay, and this guy is not. He's in my shortlist, which is not good. Let's just get rid of that quickly. Sorry, YouTube, but yeah, we're going to stick with it here because we obviously have people playing on the Sunday, right? We have people playing on the Sunday. We have the Asian Cup final, so we can find out how Neff and Jenkins go. By the way, Neff and Jenkins aren't going to be ready for the Copenhagen game. I might try and get Jenkins on the bench just to give me an option on the left-hand side. But, yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm also slightly over the wage budget, but with Finley going and whatever, we're going to be under as well. We're going to get a new wage budget anyway next year. But, yeah, look, been really, really, really good. That's a really good performance from the boys. Really good as well. And, yeah, so Otter accepts his fine. We should find out if Bubba came third in the African Cup of Nations right now too. Sorry, I got a bit of a dry throat. And then we should be able to see if Australia win the Asian Cup of Nations, which I think is important for a few of the boys. But more importantly, I just want to see how Neff and Jenkins go. If Jenkins comes off the bench and if Neff goes and kills it again. Knowing how Football Manager works, they all get rested because they played 3 days before in the semi and they'll just play a rotated team in the final. Makes no sense, but that's how the AI work it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we go. Anyway, into the 7th we go. Should be able to find out if Bubba won or came third. Unless he didn't play, of course. But he's been playing in basically every other game. Here we go. Post-match, no. End of contract for the defensive midfielder. No, you're not good. Did Bubba not play? Third place playoff, Bubba didn't play. And that's why we didn't see. So they lost. All right, beautiful. At least beautiful. It's not beautiful, but at least he's back. And then, yeah. And now we're going to find out if Neff and Neil Jenkins win the Asian Cup of Nations against a very star-studded South Korean side. Like, the amount of regions that they have produced are unreal. Saying that, Australia have some really good regions too. Asia, in just general, on this save, is nuts. There's some Chinese regions that are nuts as well, which is really nice to see. But yeah, we'll cap it off with this here YouTube, and then that'll be it. I'm going to obviously go full strength against Copenhagen. Pretty much fully rotate against Saunders, depending on what Midtjylland do here today as well. And then, yeah, because we have to rotate at some stage. So Midtjylland drew 0-0. That is beautiful. They were playing with 10 men for a while, but for me, that's massive. That is a gap. That is a 5-point gap. First game back. From the league being super tight, we now have a 5-point gap. That's how important that win is against third. Australia won. Neff only played 14 minutes though, and Australia did win. Crazy game. Neil Jenkins didn't play, did he? So Neff came on. 93rd minute. Africa. I have to see it because I'm an Australian. Cameron Taylor played left back, which is normal. They've been playing him as a winger. He's been really good. Have to see how it was won in the 93rd minute. Heung-min Song scored too, and Lee Can Jin, which I think he plays in Valencia. How did we win it in the 93rd minute? On the break, Hershey's just, please be a run of dreams and score. Oh my God, it might be. Hit it. If that's how you're going to win a cup final, win it like that. Wowzers. If that's how you're going to win a cup final, and they're up against 10 men, win it like that. Korea nearly absolutely FM'd them. Win it like that might be goal of the tournament. That was worth waiting for. Neff won the Asian Cup. Well done, Eugene. And he's been so good for me too. Like, look how good he is. 10 caps for Australia, 5 goals as well, playing left back or left wing. Unreal. For me, I don't play him that far forward. Anyhow, what a YouTube episode. What a YouTube episode. We've come back absolutely horrid. Horrid. Maybe not in terms of horrid in terms of the results of the mid-season break, but horrid in terms of having no real players, playing a lot of the kids that aren't ready, whatever. We've just come back. Everyone's kind of come back from international duty and dribs and drabs, and we haven't even got everyone back. Went out against Third and trounced them. Even better, two of our boys lifted the Asian Cup of Nations. Even better, the Australians have done well. Feels good for me too. And we have a 5-point gap up top approaching this Besiktas game, and that is next episode. If you're excited for that, give it a like. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Links down below to follow us on Twitch. And I'll see you next time. We have Besiktas in Turkey in a massive one. My dogs are excited. I'm excited. You're excited. I'll see you next time.